to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and make a mess. So I said quietly, agreed politely. I guess that I forgot I had a choice. I let you push me past the breaking point. I stood for nothing, so I fell for everything. You held me down, but I got up, already brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound, like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, the fighter, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. You're gonna hear me roar. Now I'm floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. I earned my stripes. I went from zero to my own hero. You held me down, but I got up, already brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound, like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, the fire, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. You're gonna hear me roar. You're gonna hear me roar. I got the eye of the tiger, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. You're gonna hear me roar. You're gonna hear me roar. You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast to be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. Or you can start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way the words do when they settle near your skin. Kept on the inside and no sunlight, sometimes a shadow wins. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna stay up and brave with what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna stay up and brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. Just wanna see you. I wanna stay up and brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. Just wanna see you. I wanna stay up and brave. Everybody's been there, everybody's been stared down by the enemy, falling for the say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be proud. Just wanna see you. Just wanna see you. Just wanna see you. I wanna see you be proud. Just wanna see you. Just wanna see you. Just wanna see you. See you be proud. Just wanna see you. Just wanna see you. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. Just wanna see you. Just wanna see you.
My world, our world, may keep changing, but I'm not going to let the days blur together anymore. This is my awakening, my call to bounce back, to thrive. I stand for those who make up the fabric of my life, where I come from and where I'm going. I stand for my community and for myself. My mission is to change the word challenge to opportunity. And my goal is to live without limitations. Let's make a declaration together. Our future has no boundaries, no limits, no ceilings. I'm opting in, signing up, and using my voice. Today is the day I recommit to my shine, to digging deep for inspiration, to reaching out when I need help and when I can give it, to ensure that all of our voices are heard and the person behind each voice is served. For myself, for my community, for our health, and for so much more, because my promise is to live fierce every day. There is strength in possibility, strength in numbers, and new opportunities are going to keep on coming. With the American Heart Association by my side, I'm ready for them, because we live fierce.
Well, hello, everybody. We are so excited you are with us. I'm Lauren Maloney, news anchor, of course, with Local 22 and Local 44. Welcome virtually again as we unite in the battle against heart disease and stroke with Vermont's 2021 Go Red for Women Luncheon.
And hey, everybody, good afternoon. I'm Mary Sensi, morning show co-host with Mike and Mary in the morning on Star 92.9. The video you just watched highlights the resilience we have all shown during the past pandemic year, and also the power we all have to take control of our well-being and to live fierce.
That's right. Cardiovascular disease continues to be the #1 killer of women in Vermont and across the country. Today, we celebrate our survivors, volunteers, and everyone who has found it in their hearts to support the Go Red for Women mission by being here today. Vermonters who have attended this luncheon, whether in person or on a computer screen, have learned about the risks of heart disease and stroke, and that knowledge has saved lives. We will hear a bit later from a local doctor who worked on a national study that discovered how awareness of women's leading health threat is declining, especially among younger generations of women. Most of us have grown accustomed to the format of these digital events in the last 14 months or so. I know we would all love to be able to be together for our annual event in Vermont, but we are still excited that we can come together for a fun, interactive, inspiring digital program while also raising vital funds for the American Heart Association.
To be a relentless force for a world of longer, healthier lives is the mission of the American Heart Association, and a mission that is as critical today as it ever has been. Why? We know that heart disease continues to be the #1 cause of death and has not taken a break during the pandemic. Many of you have been touched by cardiovascular disease, and all of us have had our lives changed by COVID-19. We also know that heart and stroke patients are at higher risk for COVID-19 than the general population, making up 40% of those hospitalized from COVID complications. It's encouraging to know that during the past 12 months, the association has committed $2.5 million to COVID-19 research to investigate the cardiovascular implications of COVID-19. Developed an online registry for hospitals to capture clinical data, vitals, and cardiac biomarkers in COVID patients to track outcomes and provide better care now and for future cardiac care. Produce podcasts and videos that let medical staff save more lives by sharing up-to-date information about the vascular impact of COVID. And focused advocacy efforts to help combat health inequities. We are inspired that each of you share this passion by joining us here today.
Thanks, Mary. Okay, let's kick off the event by having some fun and getting interactive by using the chat. Check out the toolbar along the bottom of your screen, and you've probably seen this up over the past few minutes too. What you'll need to do is click chat on your toolbar to open up the chat box, and then from the drop-down menu, be sure to select all panelists and attendees so your comments can be seen. I am going to do it with everybody as well so I can see everybody. Wonderful. Also, if you are seeing closed captions at the bottom of your screen and you want to turn them off, that's okay. It's easy to do so. Just click on the button that says live transcript on the bottom of your Zoom window and you can turn them off from there.
Thank you, Lauren. And in addition to raising much needed awareness today is also about raising critical funds for our life-saving mission. Our goal is to raise $5,000 together. You can support the Go Red for Women mission by texting Go Red 802 to this number, 41444. Go Red 802 41444 to make a donation to life-saving research and education. You can do this at any time during today's program, and we will show your support on the screen a little later as we track the progress. We can get there to our goal of $5,000.
Now, another way to get involved is our stellar online auction. Here are a few special highlights of some of the amazing items you can bid on today through noon tomorrow. So again, you have until noon tomorrow when the auction closes. Tee It High, Let It Fly, a great golf package that includes a round of golf at Burlington Country Club, golf lessons with an assistant golf professional, and some virtual golf fun. Seize the Day beach package that includes all the necessary things for your beach moment. Get Fit, Don't Quit package, which includes a cold press juicer and a 2-month gym membership to The Edge. Local companies are supporting the American Heart Association with their donations, so please support them and the association today by bidding high, often, and before noon tomorrow.
Also, please be sure to share how you're participating in today's event and show off your red by posting on social media using the hashtag GoRed802. You want to do it with me? GoRed802. Okay. Hit share. There we go. I smile pretty. It's exciting. I love seeing all the posts under that hashtag. Today is about celebrating and offering thanks. The work of the association and the mission of Go Red for Women would not be possible without our volunteers and sponsors. Today, we'd like to recognize Cynthia Turner and Catherine Toll. Both Cynthia and Catherine have been part of the Go Red for Women executive leadership team for many years. Additionally, Catherine is the founder of Cardiac Kids Vermont. Cardiac Kids is a group that coordinates events, shares ideas, and supports each other through sharing personal stories of having children with CHD. If anyone participating today has a child in their life who has been affected by heart disease and would like more information about this group, feel free to comment in the group chat, and we'll be sure to capture your name and provide follow-up information. Thank you, Cynthia and Catherine.
The American Heart Association would not be able to make the impact and progress we have seen over the years without the generous support of our sponsors. We would like to take this time to thank our amazing sponsors of this year's Go Red for Women campaign. Go Red for Women is nationally sponsored by CVS Health. Today's luncheon is locally presented by PC Construction, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Vermont, Cardiovascular Research Institute of Vermont, University of Vermont Lerner College of Medicine, and Vermont Federal Credit Union. A big thank you to our media sponsors, Local 22 and Local 44, the amazing Star 92.9 and 7 Days. Thank you, thank you. And thank you again to everyone at home and to each of the sponsors. You are critical, all of you, to the Go Red for Women movement here in Vermont.
We are here because women make a difference. We always have. And in large part, thanks to the Go Red for Women movement, which began 17 years ago, women are beginning to see this and to appreciate how far we've come in changing women's health for the better. Share in the chat box who you are going red for today. Think of who comes to mind. It could be for your own health, maybe a memory of someone you lost to heart disease or stroke, in honor of a special woman in your life. So let's see who comes to mind and why you go red for them. Tina says, for my kiddo.
Oh, my kiddos. That's wonderful. Jennifer says, myself and my daughters, of course, perfection.
Deborah, I'm with you, my mom. Yep, my mom.
Mary, did you see your mom over the weekend?
I did. I had a chance to spend time with her. It was wonderful. And we took our red lipstick picture.
And you got to hug. That's fantastic.
Yes. Well, she didn't let go. It was the whole weekend. We just hung on.
That's perfect. Michelle says, my 1-year-old niece.
And Megan, for your family. And Jennifer, in honor of Jade Rango, my children, my friends, and many, many others.
Jennifer says, as well, Catherine, I'm sorry, I go red for Jack. He is my heart hero. Oh, that's wonderful. And there's so many that's popping up. And yes, it's Mother's Day on Sunday. So there are so many moms and aunts and grandmothers mentioned here today. That's fantastic.
That's right. That is right.
Kathy D says, in memory of my sister Patty.
Mary Cushman, big hug for my patients.
Oh,
you've done so much and still are for so many people.
Dr. Cushman working so hard this past year.
Yes.
Janine says, to my grandmother, my aunts, to all the young women I know and love. Oh, that's so wonderful.
Yeah, Teresa, my mom, and grandmothers, and Daria, in memory of my mom.
The power of the Go Red for Women movement is driven by women sharing their knowledge and their personal stories with each other. We know heart disease is the leading health threat for women, but hearing firsthand how it affects someone's life is the most impactful way to remember why we are here today. Today, we're going to hear from a woman who says the Go Red for Women movement has had an incredible impact on her life. Let's meet Mika Leah, who is our 2021 Vermont Go Red for Women Survivor Spotlight, presented by the University of Vermont Lerner College of Medicine. So let's all meet Mika Leah.
I consider this my bonus life. This is my second chance. This is the life that I get to do everything that I love, be surrounded by people that I love. Heart disease runs in my family, and my grandfather died when my dad was 13 of a massive heart attack, and then my dad had his heart attack at 32. And so I think that genetically it was always there. And that's why I try to live a healthy lifestyle in order to combat all the things that we had thought had caused everybody else's heart attacks. What happened to me was tried to go out for a run and found myself not being able to go that far. And I started experiencing, I had this weird shortness of breath. But as an athlete, I was like pushing through it. So fast forward to my 33rd birthday, and I decided to go for a hike. So this was one that I had actually done when I was 9 months pregnant. I should have been able to do this. I was a young, fit female. I couldn't even make it that first mile of the hike. I literally was so breathless, and the chest pain was so bad that I had to stop twice. And the second time, I had to sit down in the dirt. It really, truly took that hike to be that light bulb. The fact that I was sitting in the dirt, I couldn't breathe, I couldn't move. I had the pain shooting down my left arm, which even that moment, I didn't think it was a heart attack. I just knew something was seriously wrong with me. And that's when I got back and I called the doctor. I called my parents, actually. It's always my mom I talk to, but the dad in the background. You need to get a stress test. You need to get to the doctor. Like, don't take no for an answer this time. And I can credit my dad and my mom for really teaching me to fight for those tests. And that's when I went back to the doctor, and I think it's my dad was like terrified. And my mom's the one who's like the strength. And yeah, so it was really them. I think that it was my dad's voice, I think, that really saved me in pushing for that stress test, because had I not had that, then I wouldn't be here. And I like to think it's me and my intuition, but like it was me and it was my intuition, and that was always there in the back of my head. But it was knowing the history that this could be real. And within 45 minutes, the doctor had called and said, how soon can you get here? You need to go straight into surgery. So I had what they call the widowmaker. And if that left main closes, if the stent doesn't hold up, then it's instantaneous and I'm not alive anymore. And so I sat in that hospital bed and I asked the nurses to print out everything they could. What it really boils down to was the fact that if they cut me open, I wouldn't be able to pick up my then 1-year-old and 2-year-old for 6 whole months. I couldn't imagine not picking up the babies. That was the moment that I realized it had to be the stents, and I would take drugs for the rest of my life, and I would take the chance that these stents would hold up, and I'd wait till later for the bypass. And I thought, if I have one life to live, if this is my life, I better make it worth it. What matters most in life is our family. So I changed everything. I changed my whole life around to be there for the kids. Had I caught it earlier, then it might not have gotten to that 98% blockage. And I might not have all these other deterioration. And I might have been able to catch it maybe with medicine or one stent. I had never been told that it could happen to a female who is fit and young and healthy for all intents and purposes on the outside. We all know about breast cancer. We're all getting mammograms. Why aren't we talking about heart disease? Why aren't women getting EKGs? Why aren't we getting educated to know what the symptoms are for women on heart disease? If we don't support the AHA and if we don't raise the funds needed for the research and the education, then this problem isn't gonna go away. My why is my kids and now my family.
That was so impactful. I hope everyone realizes Mika's amazing story. Joining us now live is Mika. Mika, thank you so much for being here and sharing your story, because you are welcoming us all into your lives and your home right now.
Thank you. Thank you for, this opportunity to join you today. And hello, Vermont. So excited to be able to share my story. And as you heard, at the age of 33, my life was really turned upside down. And when I look back at that, my 1-year-old and 2-year-old almost lost their mother. And when I was released from the hospital, the scariest part wasn't the fact that I was in heart failure, but the uncertainty of what my future would look like. And I think you'll agree with me that COVID-19 has definitely added to those uncertainties and those fears. And we as a family made the decision that our family would self-quarantine for the many, many months, and it's been a year, longer than a year now, because we fall into that high risk category. And it was really important to all of us. In times of chaos and uncertainty, I really choose to focus on what I can control. And one of those things is continuing to support the American Heart Association. Donations given at gatherings like this one help to fund the research that saves so many lives, and ultimately my life. My fight against heart disease is not over, and I will need a bypass in the future. And so I continue to rely on the advances in medicine that the American Heart Association funds to stay alive and to keep going. I had heart disease before COVID-19, and we're joined with 120 million other survivors who continue to fight against heart disease and stroke during and after this pandemic will have subsided. Please know that every dollar is important, and the generosity of donors like you and in the past have contributed to saving my life. And for that, I will always be grateful. As you consider your gift, know that your generous contribution will save lives like mine and like so many. And it could be others, like mothers and aunts and daughters and friends. So I ask you now to open your heart and give. And I hope that we give for those that we love. There are 3 mission impact giving levels on the screen today. A 300 donation combined with gifts from others could expand the use for food benefits to farmers markets, providing under-resourced communities a way to buy fresh fruits and vegetables. I hope that you give at that level. And a $150 donation could give 4 new mothers infant CPR skills to save their child's life if they stop breathing. Oh, I'm getting emotional. So a $100 donation combined with gifts from others could provide doctors' offices with best practice blood pressure improvement programs for their patients. So thank you all for having me today and for listening to my story. I am so, so grateful, and I hope that you give so much today. Thank you.
Mika, thank you so much. Thank you. And your emotion is just honesty and maybe a little gratitude as well for everything that is, all the money that came before you to help you. And let's just make sure that we can save more women's lives like you're beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mary.
And it was very impactful. You need to read some of the chat if you have some time, because people are sharing. You've helped so many people already. I'd like to take a second to add 2 giving levels to the ones you have highlighted. For those of you who are considering making a gift today, or if you already have and you would like to make another gift in honor of Mika, please consider a donation of $133 or $33. We know the importance of the number 33 to you and to your family. So today, Mika, we would love to honor you by encouraging the gifts at this level. The women we're fighting for, they are all of us. From the friend you are connecting with for virtual happy hours to your mom who you call every day. We're fighting for the women who are dismissed upon arrival at the hospital, told she's too young to have a stroke. To those with family history of heart disease who did everything right and still suffered from heart disease, women like Mika. Every dollar matters and any giving level is appreciated. So thank you, thank you, thank you. As you are making your gifts, I want to personally thank each and every one of you for making life-saving miracles happen every day. I'd also like to think about the gift of time. What would you do with more time? Please enjoy this quick video presented by Cardiovascular Research Institute of Vermont, and we'll be back in a few moments.
What would I do if I had more time?
Wow.
If I had more time, I'd call my grandma back. I miss her.
I'd go straight to the studio and dance my little heart out.
I would take up the guitar again because I have always wanted to be a rock star.
I would love to spend more time laughing.
I'd empower women to move.
I would do more of what I want to do and less of what I have to do.
If I had more time, I'd give it all to her.
If I had more time.
If I had more time.
If I had more time.
In 2008, at the age of 37, I suffered a heart attack, and I never saw it coming.
At 10, I was diagnosed with dilated cardiomyopathy, and at 22, I had a heart transplant.
Thanks to research funded by the American Heart Association,
so many of us have been given more time.
More time with our families, more time with our dreams, and more time to accomplish the things that cardiovascular disease tried to take from us.
And we're not going anywhere.
If you had more time, what would you do? And it makes me think, and Lauren, we talk about this. You and I are always saying we want to get together. And even during the pandemic, we had one Zoom gathering.
Yeah.
But we get busy, our lives get busy, right? And sometimes you just have to stop with that excuse and spend more time with our friends. That's one thing that I would do, is maybe be less busy and spend more time with the people I care about, like you.
Ah, you're so wonderful. I know it's, sometimes you have to make the time in a busy schedule, even if it's 5 or 10 minutes to talk to somebody on the phone or get on a quick Zoom call, even though schedules can be different and life can be crazy.
Yeah.
And I think maybe this is silly, but I was thinking the other day, I would just love more time to sit down and read a book for maybe an hour and not put Netflix on, but that's not always easy to do.
And in chat, Michelle says, very true, Mary. Just need to take a moment.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, share with us what you would do if you had more time.
Yeah, let us know in the chat. And again, I know people are still commenting on how wonderful Mika was. She gave people goosebumps because her story continues to inspire, and it will. And we realize that it will be with people when this luncheon is over, just because she has such an incredible story.
That's right. Dr. Cushman says more wine with Michelle.
Well, we could all use that.
Before we hear from our very, very special keynote speaker, we want to take a quick poll using the chat box. As far as you know, what is the leading cause of death for all women? Is it A, cancer? Is it B, heart disease? Or C, breast cancer? Please type your response in the chat box. Amanda says heart disease. Deborah, B. Janine says B. Wade says B.
A lot of B's. And while everybody is guessing, we want to remind people too that you can, of course, keep donating. We understand that's so important. We're going to put that thermometer back up in a few minutes. But again, thank you all for joining us. And I am now proud to introduce you to our keynote speaker for today. Dr. Mary Cushman is an American Heart Association Eastern States board member and was part of the National Writing Group for the research study that showed the decline in women's awareness over the past 10 years. Dr. Cushman is a hematologist with the University of Vermont, and she has a wealth of information to share. So welcome today to Dr. Cushman.
Thank you so much. It is great to be here today at the Vermont Go Red for Women luncheon. I'm Mary Cushman. I'm a professor in the Department of Medicine at the Larner College of Medicine, and I am co-director of the brand new Vermont Center for Cardiovascular and Brain Health, which is conducting research that will reduce the burden of these diseases in our population. So you were asked this question during previously at the luncheon, and the question was, as far as you know, what is the leading cause of death for all women? And I would like you to think about how you answered this question. And I'm going to tell you on the next slide that heart disease has been the leading cause of death among US women for decades. In 2018, nearly 400,000 deaths among women were caused by heart disease and stroke, accounting for 28% of all deaths. As I hope you know, since you're attending this luncheon, Go Red for Women is an awareness program working to raise women's awareness and improve their cardiovascular health. To complement this program, the American Heart Association does national surveys of US women to learn about their awareness of cardiovascular diseases. Between the years of 1997 and 2012, women's awareness of heart disease as their leading cause of death doubled to over 60%. I was honored to chair the 2019 American Heart Association Women's Survey, and we reported the results on women's awareness related to heart disease last fall in the journal Circulation. So the AHA 2019 survey involved 1,553 women aged 25 and older, and you see in these pie charts the distribution of these women by age and race ethnicity. More than half the women were white, but there was good representation of other race ethnic groups. And more than half of the women were under age 55. This slide shows the distribution of income and education as measures of socioeconomic status. You can see that altogether, more than half of the women had incomes below $100,000 annually, and about half of women were high school or less than high school educated. So the first question I'm going to share the results with you on is, based on what you know, what warning signs do you associate with having a heart attack? These were the responses that women provided in 2012 and 2019. Chest pain was the most common symptom or sign that people reported, about 52% in both years. Pain spreading to the shoulders, neck, or arm were reported by about 40% of women, a little less in 2019 than 2012. Shortness of breath reported by about 30% of women, again, a little less in 2019 than 2012. And numbness and nausea were reported less often. Of course, we know that these symptoms, chest pain, pain that spreads to the shoulders, neck, or arm, shortness of breath, and especially nausea, are common signs or symptoms of heart attack in women. So you can see that we have some ways to go to improve women's awareness of these symptoms. So the key question that we asked, as far as you know, what is the leading cause of death for all women, that we asked you earlier in the luncheon? So this is the awareness of women that heart disease was their leading cause of death in 2012, shown in blue. And you see that over 60% of women, as I mentioned earlier, were aware of this. Some women thought that cancer or breast cancer were the leading causes of death, under 20%. And you can see in 2019 here that only a little more than 40% of women were aware that heart disease was their leading cause of death. And after accounting for other factors, women were 64% less aware of this fact in 2019 compared to 2012. Accordingly, women more often reported that cancer or breast cancer were the leading cause of death. And you see the reporting of breast cancer as the leading cause of death pretty much doubled across these 2 years. So in sum, women were 64% less likely to believe that heart disease was their leading cause of death in 2019 compared to 2012. We were very surprised by this finding, and so we conducted extensive statistical analysis to determine whether any of this difference could be explained by differences in the characteristics of the women who responded to the survey over time. And we could not demonstrate an impact on these differences over time. So you might wonder which women were least aware in 2019 that heart disease was their leading cause of death. These were the key factors that correlated with low awareness. Women in their 20s and 30s were less aware than older women of this fact, as were women from non-white race ethnic groups, Black women, Hispanic women, and Asian women were less likely to be aware that heart disease was their leading cause of death, as were women with a lower compared to higher education level. Surprising to me, women with high blood pressure or hypertension were also less aware that heart disease is their leading cause of death. And this especially surprised me since hypertension is one of the leading risk factors for dying from heart disease. One might hypothesize that women with risk factors for dying from heart disease would be more aware, but women with hypertension were less aware. Furthermore, women who already had heart disease or who had diabetes or stroke were not more aware than women without these conditions. Now, they weren't less aware, but they also weren't more aware, which you would expect they would be. So the take-home points are that we must do better at educating women about signs and symptoms of heart attack, and that this is their #1 cause of death. We observed that knowledge was especially poor amongst younger women, women of color, less educated women, and surprisingly, women with risk factors for dying of heart disease. Results suggest an urgent call to action to reverse these trends. We can do this through escalation of efforts to educate women through awareness campaigns, cardiovascular screening, and counseling, and indeed attendance at events like today's luncheon. So I will challenge each of you to think about what will you do to reverse this disturbing trend of lowering awareness that heart disease is the leading cause of death. Tens of millions of women participate regularly through the American Heart Association Go Red for Women website, which is shown here as a screenshot and the web address, and also interact with the program through social media like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And I encourage all of you to check this out, but to think about how you might act either and in your home life, where you work, live, where you pray, and where you play. So think about this and try to do your part to raise awareness of this simple fact. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Dr. Cushman. Thank you so much. We are fortunate to benefit from your expertise as we learn about women and heart disease. You have helped so many people. While the data is concerning, our hope is that the Go Red for Women movement will help reverse the trend of declining awareness and help save more lives. Everything we just discussed is another reason we need your support today. Speaking of support, another way to support the American Heart Association in Vermont is through our Cycle Nation campaign, which just kicked off on Sunday. Participants will be riding wherever and however to help break the cycle of unhealthy behaviors, advocate for heart health, and fight to end stroke through the month of May, which happens to be American Stroke Month. For more information, visit cyclenation.org/Burlington. Now, let's see where we are. Let's see the thermometer. Okay, all right.
Let's bring that thermometer up, closing in on 1400 today. We've got a little bit to go, but again, Wes Snyder, Jesse and Susan Snyder, Daria Holcomb, Wade Markle, Annie Clark, the Toll family, Jennifer Lynham, Ryan Schenke. Thank you so much for all of you who are doing your part. Jennifer Knockberg, Janine Finan, apologies. Jennifer Miller, Mika Leia. And again, type this, Go Red 802-241-444 if you would like to donate. You can also text 41444. I just said that with the message Go Red 802. Do what you can, everybody. We thank you so much for being here today and doing your part. We know that you'd rather see us fully dressed, not just from the waist up to see our shoes and to see the whole 9 yards, but hopefully you'll be able to see our shoes next year.
It's about the shoes, yeah. Right. Yes,
also, please remember the silent auction will remain open until noon tomorrow. So bid high and bid often between now and noon, as we said. Be on the lookout for an email this afternoon about the auction. Your generosity will help fund life-saving research and save lives right here in Vermont. We also hope that you will take all of this information that you learned here today, like the signs and symptoms of heart disease, and share them with everyone you know. A woman, a man, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Stay safe, everyone, and live fierce in 2021 to take back your health. Thank you all.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. The love is too high, bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. I said, bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. The love is too high, bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. I said, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. The love is too high, bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. I said, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness